Brilliance Audio presents The Hairstons, An American Family in Black and White, by Henry Wiencek, performed by David Colacci. For Donna and Henry the Next, with love. A note on names. Since almost everyone described in this book, black or white, bears the name Hairston, it is necessary to refer to persons by their first names. No disrespect is intended, although the author is aware that it has been a sign of contempt to refer to African Americans by their first names. Introduction. This is a story of the legacy of slavery, and how that legacy has been passed into our own time. At a plantation in North Carolina, I met the heir to a family of slaveholders, perhaps the largest slaveholders in the South. On the same day, in the library of the old master's mansion, I met the grandson of one of those slaves. Both men shared the name Hairston. The family saga they began to tell spanned 2 centuries, from the Revolution to today. Since that meeting, I have spent 7 years exploring the past of these 2 families. I immersed myself in the immense Hairston plantation archive, running to nearly 25,000 items. I scoured the records of counties, states, and courts. I studied the documents left by the slave traders, by the Quakers who aided runaway slaves and freedmen, and by the Yankee officers who imposed freedom on a bitter South. I spent weeks at a time reading the rosters of the slaves, trying to conjure some meaning from the endless litany of the dead. More important, I went out into the old plantation country in Virginia, North Carolina, and Mississippi to seek out the descendants of the slaves and recover the testimony of their exodus. The black family's story is extraordinary, the true story of the triumphant rise of a remarkable people, the children, grandchildren, and great-grandchildren of slaves, who struggle to pull themselves up from servitude and poverty to take their rightful places in mainstream America. A vast panorama of history unfolds in a narrative that places black Americans at the center of the national experience. Their story touches every facet of American endeavor, from Hollywood to Wall Street, from the coal fields of West Virginia to the battlefields of Europe in World War II, from a cotton plantation in Mississippi to the computer command center that guided Neil Armstrong to the moon. In contrast, it has been the fate of the white family.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?